Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the FlixList, the weekly countdown where I talk about the best movies in a certain category. Today, in honor of Stuber, we're talking about the best buddy cop movies ever. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the FlixList. My name is Nathan, one of the contributing writers here at Flixist, and this is a weekly thing where I get to do a countdown. I get complete creative control, and I go through all of the movies and give you the best in a certain category. This week, we're talking about best buddy cop movies in honor of Stuber. This is a good one for me. I have to admit, I am a big buddy cop movie fan. As a son of a police officer, I was forced to watch buddy cop movies my entire life in between all of the episodes of Cops. So you can say I'm pretty much a certified expert when it comes to these movies. So I've done the research, I put my heart there out on the table, and yeah, we're going with this. Buddy cop movies are really wonderful because they're an incredible formula for a great story. You're dealing with high stakes, high drama, great action, usually plenty of moments for comedy, and really, really great connections and chemistry between your two leads. And that is what every single one of these movies has. So let's get to the countdown. I got 5 for you. Number 5 is End of Watch. We're going to start with a downer for sure. So End of Watch is a documentary style shot movie following the daily grind of 2 young cops in Los Angeles. Those 2 young cops are Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena, and both are outstanding. If you paid attention to last week's Flix List, I'm a huge Jake Gyllenhaal fan. He might actually be my favorite actor working right now. In this movie, he is outstanding. Like I said, this movie hit home close, so close to home because of who my dad is, being a cop. And it's one of the most emotional experiences I've ever had watching a movie because this felt real. David Ayer, really wonderful director who's come along some hard times of late, really made a fantastic choice in choosing to do documentary style filmmaking in this movie. And therefore it made it seem like you're actually watching 2 real cops. And with the performances of its 2 outstanding leads, you really connected with these characters. You really connected with their families, and the ups and downs of the movie, you feel every single bit. And it's, of all the movies on here, the most emotionally wrapped up I got into it, and it's outstanding. It is definitely worth your time. End of Watch. See it. Number 4, we're going to go 21 Jump Street, the new one, 2012. This movie is about 2 new cops who join the Jump Street team and must go undercover as high school students. This movie was way better than it ever should have been. I remember hearing that it was coming out, and I was just like, why? And, you know, it's a good thing when you put Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill together. What I talked about, that chemistry thing, this movie has it. The 2 are absolute magic on screen together. It is an amazing high school movie. It stacks right up there with the Superbads, the Fast Times at Ridgemont High, but it also really earns its place on this countdown as a great high action detective cop movie. There are so many hilarious scenes. The supporting cast is incredible. When you go back and look at the people in this movie, it blows your mind, everyone that's in this movie. It's so funny. Hill and Tatum are amazing. It's incredibly rewatchable. It's great. It's just pure fun. All right, number 3. We're going to go with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. This was tough. This almost made it to number 1. It's that good. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is a murder mystery about a con man / actor who gets involved in a murder plot and really puts himself in a terrible number of situations. This is the Shane Black, the best movie he's ever done. He is outstanding. He's gone on to really try to replicate the success of this movie, even in Iron Man 3, but he's never really been able to touch it. And Val Kilmer and Robert Downey Jr. are just outstanding. It is the hyper-violent, super funny, and really where I believe that Robert Downey Jr. had all the practice in the world to find Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr. is outstanding. He has just as much snark, just as much sarcasm, but he's even funnier than he is at any moment in any Iron Man movie. Val Kilmer is brilliant. He's so good. I don't know why he's not in more movies. The action in this movie is so good. It's dark, it's gritty, and it's so funny. It's so funny. If you haven't seen this movie, Go right now. Go see this. It's so good. Number 2, we're going through these. Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is so damn good. It's so good. It's probably my favorite Edgar Wright movie. It's really hard to pick one, but this is up there with them. This movie is about an all-star cop played by Simon Pegg who is just too good at where he is, so he gets transferred to a city with zero crime, and it's basically a perfect city. Or is it? Edgar Wright capitalized on the success of Shaun of the Dead and created an entirely different world, trying to even up the stakes of what he did in his first movies. And he created a world and a buddy cop movie that is unlike anything ever. It does really kind of understand its place in the pantheon of buddy cop movies by honoring Point Break and Bad Boys, and really playing into it. Nick Frost and Simon Pegg are just so good on screen together. Their chemistry is really unmatched by anyone. The cast is outstanding. Martin Freeman's in this movie. Bill Nye, an Academy Award winning Olivia Colman, shows up in it, and she's just a breath of fresh air. There's so many great scenes in this movie. It's so funny. The violence is hysterical. The climax, the conclusion, it's all so good. It's really, really, really great. All right, number 1, we're going back. I'm going back to my childhood. 1995, we're going to go with Bad Boys. This movie is 2 Miami detectives, played by Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, must protect a witness to a murder while investigating the biggest case of their lives. This is going to be, I promise you this, this will be the only movie that ever tops FlixList that's directed by Michael Bay. But this is when Michael Bay was just awesome. He created a movie that is just fun. It is exactly what every movie in the 90s wanted to be, kind of high stakes, but really not that mind and intellectually challenging. It's just so driven by great characters and really funny comedy. Will Smith was at the peak of cool, and Martin Lawrence is right there with him. It's so funny. The action scenes are great. The world that it's created, kind of capturing Miami, is a really great backdrop. It's fun. I feel like it set the tone for what all the other movies in this really followed. That really great chemistry, the backdrop of humor, but also really infusing real reality-driven stakes and violence and the grittiness. I love it. It's so good. People are probably going to have a problem with it, but you know what? I don't care. I get to make the rules in the number 1s. So Bad Boys, it's so good. I gave my review on the movie reviews and review for Stuber. It didn't make the list. It's not going to make any list. It's fine. Humel's wonderful. Bautista's great. It's just not it. It's just not there. But if you like comedy movies, if you like buddy cop movies, go see it. You're going to laugh. You're going to love it. It's just not going to blow your mind. So this has been the Flix List. I am Nathan, and we'll catch you next time.